What is up? It is DJ Martini Midwest Reviews coming at you with another video for my channel today. I have a really cool little Bluetooth speaker. It is the it's the Cyber Acoustic Bluetooth speaker. It is a multimedia speaker that you can use for your laptop, for a tablet, anything that you want to add a little bit of sound to, and you can clamp it onto something. It's a nice little speaker that I want to bring to you, that it's a good value, good price point, and I'll give you all the positives and negatives on it that I can in the video today on the speaker. So thank you for tuning in DJ Martini Midwest Reviews. If you guys like review type videos and tutorials, please lock into this channel because I have a lot of content coming for you. I do all kinds of reviews, I do all kinds of items, I do valued items, I do expensive items, I do anything I can get my hands on and afford. Since I do buy everything myself, so I can bring them to you. But when I do all the research, so you don't have to. I give you the information as easy as possible, and then I leave some links in case you guys are interested in some of these products. So thank you so much for tuning in. DJ Martini Midwest Reviews. Like, subscribe, and share. And let's get into the video. So let's kind of start with the unboxing. It does not come in a box. It comes in a little package. Right here, Cyber Acoustic portable Bluetooth multimedia speaker. It is Bluetooth. It is model CA-28. Let's see if I can get that in there. CA-2885BT for Bluetooth. Now there is other models out there of this particular speaker, which I will leave a link for, because this one is actually kind of hard to find. It's an older speaker, and it is Bluetooth, and the Bluetooth one is super hard to find compared to the normal. They have another speaker that is just like this, except it doesn't have Bluetooth, so you have to actually physically plug it into 3.5mm jack, but it's still pretty good. I actually did a review on that speaker not too long ago because they sent me that speaker instead of this speaker, so now I'm catching up, giving you this speaker as well, just to throw it in there. So let's talk about what else is in the package. You do get a nice little carrying case, which is, I'm always positive when they put a carrying case, even if it's not fantastic quality. I'm just happy that they throw it in there. That way you can travel with it, throw it in your bag, those types of things. Comes with a little stereo 3.5mm jack cable that I would say is about 3 feet long, and a really long 3-foot charging cable as well. So, and that has a little micro USB. And of course the scroll of a instruction manual, but it does have all the information that you need in there as well. The actual speaker itself is pretty cool. It has nice little silver 1.5-inch full range speakers. Has their logo up there, a nice mesh grill here. Nice clamp. This clamp is super nice, and it also has padding on there, which the padding feels fantastic, so you're not going to scuff up your screen or your laptop. On the top, it does have a on and off switch right here, your answer or end call, and then positive negative for volume. And then on the back, of course, your 3.5mm jack and your charging port right there. And it is super easy to hook up to. Basically, you just fire up the old Bluetooth, turn on the speaker, and then it'll say CA speaker, and then you're just going to click on that to connect, and boom. It's not going to give you any audible tones saying that you're connected to the speaker, but you are connected once it says you are connected. And once you are connected, it sounds actually pretty decent for a little speaker. So we're going to get into that and a little sound test for you in just in a second, but I just want to go over the specs for it. There's not much on this, so it'll be really quick. It is a USB powered little speaker. It is 3.5mm jack, has the USB that is rechargeable. It does have a rechargeable battery in it that will hold 8 hours of life. So you get 8 hours of use of the speaker, which is pretty good. I don't see any reason to think that's negative at all. 8 hours is pretty good for most anything you're going to do with the laptop or things like that. It is Bluetooth, but it doesn't say what type of Bluetooth, if it's Bluetooth 4.0, 5.0, I'm not quite sure. It does have the call waiting to answer calls. It does have a microphone inside of it, and it does have the two stereo speakers, the 1.5-inch speakers, but they are stereo. So all very positive on all those little specs there. I did do a quick sound test, and the sound test that I did was for, you know, where I could physically hear bass tones and treble tones. Bass dropped out at about 80 hertz, and treble I could hear treble at about 12,500. So really good speakers can go down to 20 hertz, and really good speakers can go up 20,000 hertz. So for treble side, so it just depends on what it's not the greatest speaker out there, but it is a 1.5 inch speaker, so at $30. So you gotta give and take a little bit there. Let's do a quick sound test. Now, when you're using the volume on the device, it will affect the volume on the device as well, so that's nice that they connect together. Let me play a couple little things just as a sample here.
Sometimes I get so mad, there's no controlling me. My thoughts get so bad, I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't know. My wrath, my blood boils over like, oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes.
So you could see that it does kind of vary from genre to genre, in my opinion, how good the speaker sounds, but some of it kind of surprises me. On certain things, you can get some decent clarity out of the speaker and volume. So if you're sitting right in front of this, it has some volume. You're not going to be listening to it at full volume. It's pretty impressive to add some add some sound through the speaker from a laptop, perspective. Some laptops, unless you get like the big 17-inch laptops, they don't usually have really good speakers. So especially on this little 13-inch laptop here, this is far superior sound compared to what is in the laptop itself. So very, very cool there. So definitely a positive for the most part on sound, depending on what you're looking at. So I want to go into a little bit more depth on that really quick. So as I was testing and listening to a lot of different music, this speaker definitely shines when it comes to listening to your podcasts, anything with a voice, anything with the treble and treble and mid-range. You're definitely going to get that voice and get some of those sounds and some decent clarity, especially when I was listening to acoustic type music. I was very impressed with voices and just some clarity of the instruments, especially at a decent volume. So I found the sweet spot was probably around 75% volume, 60% volume. In between there, you're not going to, once you go over that, the sound does get a little brash, it gets a little loud, it distorts a little bit. So if you're going full volume, it's not going to sound that great. But if you stay in between that half and 75% volume, it actually sounds pretty decent, and you get a lot of volume for a little speaker like this is. So I really, really did like acoustic music. It was my favorite listening on the speaker. I actually found myself listening and saying, wow, this is a $30 speaker and it sounds pretty decent. So it really did surprise me. You have to give it a chance for that. So if you listen to a lot of treble or mid-range type music, classical music, things like that, with a lot of clarity sound in the background, you're going to hear a lot of that. You might not hear a lot of the low sounds, but you will hear a lot of that clarity. So it's kind of cool. If you're listening to newer rap or some hardcore rock, It gets a little brash, bass tones don't sound quite right, so it just depends on what you're listening to, but certain things actually sound pretty impressive, and if you're using it for movies or videos, it's going to sound pretty decent for you as well. So I just want to point that out with the sound. It wasn't too bad. Just don't crank it up too much and you'll be okay. Other than that, let's get into positives and negatives and let you guys go. As I said, this was going to be a quick video. Positives for sure is the price point, $29. Great price point for a little speaker like this with some actual volume to it. So I do occasionally use this with my laptop, and I enjoy using it. There, I like that it has 8 hours of charge. It has the 3.5mm jack in case if I actually want to physically plug it in. It does have the microphone on there, but it's not that great, so that might go more to the negative. But it does have those options in case you want it. It does come with the carrying pouch, so it makes it a little bit portable, and you're not worried about scratching it up. It does have the excellent padding and clamping system on there, so it stays put and it won't scratch up your laptop and things like that. So all positives. Very, very easy to hook up Bluetooth as well. No problem there. Negatives, I would say, you know, sound quality at high volume. Yes, you're gonna have some issues. Certain genres don't sound quite right, so I'm getting a little nitpicky with the sound, but like I said, it does certain things pretty decent and certain things not so good. Another negative is that microphone. It does work. It does let your voice come out pretty well. You'll be able to hear everything you're saying. It'll just make you very, very quiet. And I will give you a sound test at the end of this video, so stay tuned just for a very quick 20-second sound test on what the microphone sounds like through the speaker. Other than that, I really don't have too many negatives. I really actually enjoy listening to certain things on the speaker, and when I do, that's what I use it for. And it also is going to add volume to my movies and my videos when I want to use it for that as well. All pretty positive at the price point of $30. One other thing I could just add as a negative, it is hard to find right now. I don't know if it's an older speaker that's getting discontinued, if they're going to come out with a newer one or things like that, but it is kind of hard to find right now. So I will leave links for the non-Bluetooth model, which is the same exact speaker, it's just not Bluetooth. So I'll leave a link for that. I will try to find a link for this particular speaker that I'm reviewing that is Bluetooth, but like I said, it is kind of hard to find, even on eBay and things like that. I had a hard time finding it. So if I can find a link for this particular speaker, I will leave it, but I will leave a link for the non-Bluetooth model. If that doesn't bother you, mind hooking it up with a 3.5mm jack, you can do that as well. And it runs around $24, so it's like $5 less. So it is actually worth upgrading to the Bluetooth model for $5, but it's kind of hard to find. So I don't know if they're coming out with a new model or discontinuing these, but if you can get your hands on one of these, it is pretty cool little portable speaker, easy to clamp onto your laptop and go. And it's not like having two little laptop speakers that you have to plug in and carry and wind all the wires up and stuff. Nope, this is Bluetooth. You just Bluetooth to it, plug it into your laptop, and you're walking around the house with this like this, and you're good to go. So it is a nice little portable speaker that is easy to use and effective. Okay, I'll put it that way. Just to wrap it up, the Cyber Acoustic Bluetooth media speaker is a great little portable, easy to use speaker with Bluetooth and a 3.5mm jack. It's going to give you 8 hours of life for you to use it for how you wish. And the sound quality is pretty decent for the $30 that you're getting in that, and for the 1.5-inch little full range speakers that are inside of it. So I think it is definitely a value for $30, and if you can find it, I think you should pick one up. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's DJ Martini Midwest Reviews. Please lock into this channel for more reviews coming. I got all kinds of items and content for you. Lock into this channel because there's more coming, all kinds of things. Thank you so much, and we'll check you on the next video. This is a recording using the Cyber Acoustics portable Bluetooth media speaker. Tell me what you think. Once again, this is the Cyber Bluetooth media speaker microphone on the unit itself.